Oprah Winfrey said the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. You know, a lot of us, we usually think that success is something big. It has to do with a lot of complicated things. But it actually starts with us, with our attitude, with our mindset, with our behaviors, the things we put into action. Because it's a different thing for us to acquire knowledge. It's another thing to apply what you learned. Because application of knowledge is wisdom. You know, nobody's idea of success is right for you except you can apply it by yourself. There's no amount of time Dr. Abib will come on the stage and tell us, this is how I did it. He's been telling us his story for God knows how long. Are we applying it? Which of those things are we doing consistently on a regular basis? Some of us, we do it once in a while. We do affirmation once in a while. We save and we unsave. And we say, I've been learning this thing for so long. Oh. I've been coming to academic suite for 15 years. And then we don't see the results. There was a seminar that was recorded in Abeokuta that I listened to. And Dr. Abib said, Ọdún márùn-ún ti tó láti là. He said it in Yoruba. 5 years is enough time for you to succeed. If you're doing what you're supposed to do. If you are consistently applying all those things that you've learned. No matter how much effort we put in, if we use the wrong tools, you won't make it. It's not the effort. The man by the roadside that is digging the trenches, the bricklayers, the pom-pom people in the market, is putting in all the effort, using all the wrong tools, like Mrs. Adetunji said. You are making money, you are not saving. Because you are assuming another one will come tomorrow. Shebi is daily making. You make $100, 100 naira, you spend 100 naira. Sometimes you make 100 naira, you spend 120. Because you know tomorrow another one will come. And we're being foolish. And over years you look back and you wonder, have you ever, at the end of the year, do you go to take your statement of account and look at it and ask yourself, I made this money, how much did I save? There was a time I had an artisan that I was working with, and we had a dispute. I was telling him I had paid him a certain amount of money. He said I had not paid him. So he said, okay, you know what? In order for us to prevent all these arguments, I'm going to go and print my statement of account. So he printed his statement of account for the past 3 months. And he said, and Timmy, can you see that you have not paid me this money? I said, I can see that. But can you see what I'm seeing? Can you see that in 3 months you have made 15 million? He said, oh, Tio. He said that day he couldn't sleep. Because he made 15 million in 3 months, he didn't have 5,000 naira saved up. So it is not how much we are making. What are we doing with this money? Do we have a budget? Do we even have how we do our fund disbursements? Or we're just busy doing the work, putting in the effort and not getting the result? In order to have $1 billion mindset, we're going to set big, hairy, audacious goals. December, Dr. Abib talked about write how much money you want to make this year and multiply it by 10. Abi? Big. How much are you comfortable in making that you know that easily I can make this? Then multiply it by 10. When they say something is hairy, you know, when you are afraid, the hair at the back of your neck stands up. If your goals are not carrying you, they're not big enough. If you are comfortable with your goals, they're not big enough. Audacious, bold, fearful. There's people even you, when you are setting it, you will laugh. The people that knows you, when they see the goal, they will laugh. Like, you know what, no, but they are realistic. Those are the kind of goals we need to set. A lot of us, we're not bold. We're timid. We will claim that we are shy. So even in setting our goals, we set shy goals. Small. Let me just do small. In our approach to life, we are not bold. I'm going to share a story real quick. A family friend of mine, two of their kids went to England to study. When the girls were done, they came back home. One of them really wanted to come back home. She's always said, Mommy, when I'm done in England, I'm coming back. The other one came back reluctantly. And then her mom said, Okay, so what do you want to do? She said, Oh, I want to go and learn how to do events. If you know anything about events, you know Zafaya Event is the big name in Nigeria. So she went to Lagos, she learned from Zafaya. And what she was just trying to do was to get her feet in the door. All she wanted to do was make pancakes. Pancake, oh, pancake with flour and whatever for parties. But she knows that if I train under Zafaya, I will get that network of those people that can afford to pay maybe 7,500 for one pancake for party. So she did that and she started getting contacts. So whenever Zafaya has party, she calls her and she started making her money. Then she traveled to London on a holiday and saw Tony Lumelu. And she walked up to him and said, I know you, sir. My name is, introduced herself. He said, Oh, do you live in London? No, I schooled in London. I'm back in Nigeria. What do you do? And she told him, Oh, I do pancakes for events. And she gave her contact to Tony Lumelu. And Tony Lumelu said, Oh, let me introduce my daughter to you. She's in England too. I'm trying to convince her to come back home. Maybe you can talk some senses into her. She walked up to Tony Lumelu. She's a 23-year-old girl. A lot of us cannot walk up to Dr. Olamitraye. We are shy. You see people in parties, you are shy. I don't want them to think. No, what are they thinking? You don't have anything to lose. He got her contact, got back to Nigeria. UBA had the end of the year party. He called her. Tony Elumolu's white party. He called her. That girl is making more money in a year than her sister that works in the World Bank. In Nigeria. Because she was bold enough. She had a confidence in herself. If we're not learning anything in 100 we should learn confidence now. Ask for what you want. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You don't say it, I don't know. How would I patronize you? It was my 35 years after secondary school reunion, 2 weekends ago. I went there with a bunch of cards from table to table. Do you know what I do? This is a measurable. Is it measurable? In what time? How big do you want it? How much gongon do you have? I just want to have plenty in your account this year. I told him, he said, Is there no progress? Were you where you were last year? That ingratitude is one of the things that keeps us back. A lot of us, we're comparing ourselves to other people. We're not focused on what we have and we're not grateful and we're not measuring. It has to be realistic. I know that life can be miraculous and there's something called quantum leaps. But if you are earning 10,000 naira and now we're setting goals and you want 10 billion by the end of the year, that one is not realistic. There's no unrealistic goals. There's only unrealistic time frame. You can earn 10,000 naira now and say that in 10 years, I would I will have 10 billion naira. But when you are earning 10,000 naira now and by December, Some things are realistic. Then time bound, set time in 5 years. Let us have goals for 2 months, for 3 months, for month. I told Mrs. Adetunji the other day, I said, when we have dance classes on Sunday, I'll come in 1 hour early. We're going to look at our goals for the week and say, which one did you achieve? Why didn't you achieve this? Because if you're accountable to someone, you know somebody is going to ask you at the end of the week, all those things that you said you were going to do, did you do them? You would be more serious with your to-do list. And then you will start with the big audacious ones, those ones that would move you forward. A lot of us, we have plenty things on our to-do list though. Women especially, maybe you say, I'll go to Bodija, buy rice. This one, I'll arrange my wardrobe. There's so many things on your list that is not moving you towards your goal. And you don't have anybody you're accountable to. So you just coast by. They're achievable, they're realistic, they're ambitious goals. It's because it's doable. God will not give you an idea that is not possible. Everything that is happening now were once impossible. The fact that we even fly in the air was something that was impossible before. I'm sure when those men that did the plane started, people were thinking they were crazy. If people are not looking at you as if you are crazy, your goals are not big enough. We have to all do personal audits in our lives. Don't count the things you do the things that count. Don't have a to-do list of 300 things in a day. That is nonsense. Do those ones that will move you forward towards your goals. Start with the big one. I posted a video on the platforms. These two boys that they said they should put balls in the basket. And the boy started at the back. The most difficult one was what he started with. The other one that started with the one that was closest looked as if he was reading. But at the end of the day, the person that won was the one that started with the most difficult one. Because when you keep running up and down, you get tired. And then you start to do the ones that are simple. You have done the big one first. So we need to learn to apply those things in our life. A lot of people spend too much time on things that don't count and too little times on things that count. We all know parental love that gives you results. There's some 80% that gives you 20% results. Most people spend time on that 80% that gives you 20% results. Instead of asking yourself, what are those things that I need to do today that will give me the result I want? And they're usually small. 20%, 80%. We all know the Pareto law, right? Do an audit and ask yourself, which are those things that count, that you spend too little time on? What really matters? Like Mrs. Adetunji said, you have your contact. I want you all to do that assignment when we leave here. Look at your contact list and see the people, the number of people you have there. You'll be shocked. Mine was over 4,000 contacts. Doing with them. Do they even know what you are doing? When they mention your name, can they say, oh, she's the seafood queen? Oh, she's money queen? Do they know? Or you just assume? Olayinka was telling me something. She said she met Dele Muhammadu. And he asked them for their names. And she told him. And he said, my name is. But we know you. No, 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 don't assume. He said, I never assume that people know me. There is lack of humility that will make you assume that people know you. Then I will tell you my name and tell I do. So he was introducing himself, and some things he was mentioning that she did not even know he was doing. But a lot of us like, okay, she knows what I do now. Maybe she's my friend. We'll be friends for. Don't assume. Your helpers might be in your circle. That person that you to link you up with the next person could be someone you see every day that is on your phone. But you are not maximizing that contact. You're assuming they know. Apply the Pareto principle always. 20% of your efforts, growth mindset. You know, a lot of us, I usually think that some of us, we think too little of ourselves. There was a seminar we had one time that I did an analogy. I bought a bucket, can you remember? A bucket, a teaspoon, a cup, and a bath, yeah? And I had people come out, and I said, look, the water is flowing. The supply is unlimited. It's what you bring to the water that determines what you take away. If you go to the river with a teaspoon, you will come away with a teaspoon of water. If you go with a cup, all you'll be able to take is a cup full of water. If you take a bucket, it's the same river. Some people will go to the river with water tanker, and they will go with a water tanker filled with water. It's the same river. That supply is unlimited. This young London, 23 years old, it's the same Nigeria we're all complaining about. There's no opportunity. People don't like to help you, Jere. Those rich people, it's only themselves they know. Did you know him? She just walked up to him. This is what I do. My name is. So we should stop thinking that all I can get is very little. If I can get this, sometimes it's our mind that is playing tricks on us, that is preventing us from growing to where we need to. Your mindset is everything. If you believe you can do something, you would find a way to do it. I have one of my mentees, she is doing her project. And then she knew her project was out. She was supposed to save towards it because she's putting herself through school. And she told me, Auntie, I didn't have money. She was just telling me everything. You know, the project, I made some mistakes, and normal me would have said, okay, Lolo, eat, and helped her. But I was like, no, you're going to look for the solution to the problem with yourself. And I told her you should have saved money. From year one, you knew you were going to do your project to year four. You know that money is not right. She said, I know, I made a mistake. So I didn't say anything. I just left her to stew in her mess. And then the next day she came up. She said, you know, Auntie, I sell this product. Blah, 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 blah. This is how much it is. Which one can you buy? And I said, you know something? I don't need any of your products, but I have friends. I'm going to send it to them. How much do you say you need? She said 50,000. Okay. So I sent it to three, just three of my friends. And two of them said, I don't need any of our products. I told you she's, and each of them gave her 50K. Somebody bought 35, 130. I said, can you see you've solved the problem? But you were looking at the problem and you were staying there, thinking somebody will come and solve the problem for you. I'm not going to do that. The capacity for you to solve the problem is in your hands. So you need to start looking inward. How can I solve this problem? And not stay there and say, ah, wala today. And then she came and she was so happy. She was like, when she was saying, and Toba Shikba will be a day. And what I told my friend was the fact that she did not even ask for money. She was willing to sell what she had to raise the money. That was the reason why they helped her. Because she was genuine. So we need to constantly look inwards to the solution of the problem we have. The growth mindset. This thing is not clear. Can you reduce it? Okay, let me check it on my phone. My phone, please. There's a difference between someone with a growth mindset and somebody with a fixed mindset. You know, some people, there's nothing you can tell them. They'll tell you, this is how it is, Jere. What are you saying? Nigeria and all the problems that we have. We are not being realistic now. Do we know people like that? They're always making excuses why they can't achieve what they're supposed to instead of looking inwards and say, what can I do differently? Just give me a minute. Can somebody tell me, if you have a growth mindset, what do you think are some of the things that you'll be doing? Tell me, if you have a growth mindset. Okay. We're willing to network. Willing to mingle with people of like minds. We're not coming here to just learn what Dr. Abib is telling us. We're going to apply what we have learned. We're going to do things that will make our life continuously progressive. But if we have a fixed mindset, we'll always have reasons to complain. With a growth mindset, you're always grateful. You're always positive. You know that there's a silver lining in every sky. You will see the cup half full, not half empty. But some people with a fixed mindset will tell you, "Kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, ìlú òṣì ni." Despite the fact that we keep saying stories of this wheelbarrow guy, can you imagine? Wheelbarrow. I had to do the maths. If somebody that is selling something in a pong, you know what wheelbarrow is? Saves 30,000 naira a day. That is 900,000. Would you see anybody by the roadside in the junction and be thinking this guy saves 900,000 a month? Some of us would be thinking, even that wheelbarrow is not befitting. We want to start a business. We want to start from the top, from that glass office with the glass table. We have no product on the shelf. Wheelbarrow, 900,000 a month because he has a growth mindset. Another person will look at him and say, "Ọdún wo leléyìí fẹ́ dowó? How much money can we make with accessories? How much money can she make with water or juice?" When will that become something? Fixed mindset, you always find a problem in every solution. With a growth mindset, you have a solution to every problem. If you don't know it, you will ask. Someone with a growth mindset will always ask questions. How can I do this? What can I do differently? This thing that I'm doing, is it giving me results? A lot of us, we need to do self-audit. There's some things that we've been doing for a long time. That doesn't mean it's working. But is it giving you the results you want? Are you learning? Are you applying? Are you doing your savers? Having a growth mindset is doing your savers. Are you saving? Are you investing? Are you meditating? Are you being confident? But with fixed mindset, you said, well, Nigerians don't help people, Jerry. Even the people you help, that knows yourself, they don't want to help you. You know, this reunion I went to, I just realized the disparity between myself and the people I went to school with. You know, some people grow old, they don't grow up. And then the kind of conversation that people will have, they'll be like, 2025. I keep telling you, we're 1% of the 1%. The things we know, you don't know what you know until you start talking to other people. And you don't appreciate what you know until you are put in a room and you are looking around and you're wondering, how will she more savers like Kalayika was telling me? And she was asking people, do you do gratitude? Do you do affirmation? And 80% of them don't. But we think it's something small. You know what Warren Buffett said in an interview? He said, we always think it's the big things. It's not. It's the consistency of the small things. It's not the big things. He said, look, your business, you want your business to grow. Just look for ways to serve customers best. They will come to you. That is not anything big. It's not hard. Technology, even technology itself. If you have all the technology in the world, you don't have good customer service. Technology can only bring them in. It is their experience with you that will determine if they are going to keep coming. And what we need is repeat patronage. You need them to have that experience that once they deal with you one time, they're not going anywhere else. So we need to stop thinking it is Nigeria. Do we all know the parable of the sower? Parable of the sower in the Bible. The sower had very good seeds. Very good seeds. You have very fantastic ideas of what you want to do, your goals, fantastic. And then he started to sow, sprinkle the seeds for them to grow. And the birds got some of the seeds. There will be some birds, you want to do something, and some things that is inconsequential will stop you from doing what you want to do. You know you want to come for seminar today, Abby? That is when you remember that the door of your room is about to come off. You now decided to screw the door of your room, and then you missed the seminar. The birds have gotten your seed. Some seed fell on rocky grounds. You put seeds on a rocky ground, it cannot grow now. There's no way for it to navigate its roots into the ground because the ground is hard. Some of us, our foundation is rocky. Where you come from is rocky. Things put it on rocky ground, despite the fact that the seed is good. Then some of the seed fell in the thorn. No, it fell in the thorn. The thorn is on the ground. It's struggling to grow. But the thorn will choke it. Some of you, it's your friends that are the thorn. The people in your circle of influence. Sometimes it's even your family members. Sometimes it's your wife, sometimes it's your husband. I don't know. Sometimes we don't know what to do about that. So then, ones in our lives are close people to us, friends. But then, if you keep sowing, some of those seeds fall on good grounds. Even the good ground itself. This good ground might give you 30%. Abi? This one might give you 60. This one might give us 90. We don't know why. That is just how it happened. But for the plant to start growing, you have to keep sowing. You won't say, I sowed some, the birds got some. I sowed some, it fell on rocky ground. I sowed some, the thorns strangled it. So because of that, what you assuming, Jerry? I always remember this story. I've been married 25 years. And in the initial, you know how it is when you first get married. Those first few years, now wow. Abi, because you are getting to know each other. Both of you are coming with your different baggage from different background. This is how we do it in our house. This is how And then those first few years, we were always fighting. Then one day my husband looked at me and said, whatever it is going to take, we're going to give it. Can we have that, whatever it's going to take, we're going to give it towards ours? Because I feel that most of the reasons why marriages are breaking up is those people don't have that commitment. Whatever it's going to take, we're going to give it. So when you have small problem, what you told everybody my law. So he looked at me, he said, money, yes. Nǹkan tó bá máa gbà la máa fún. It will work. So we need to say that to our businesses. Whatever it's going to take is what I'm going to give it. It will work. Despite all these ones falling on the rocking ground, the birds getting some, the thorns getting some, if we keep sowing, it will grow. But we keep sowing because we have a growth mindset. Because we keep working on ourselves. So we're resilient. We keep working on ourselves. We keep meditating. So we're calmer. We're more focused. We're more determined. It will not just work by accident. We need to be intentional about all these things. The characteristic of a growth mindset, resilience. Mi ò ní gbà. I'm going to give it all I can. You will see challenges as opportunity to grow. This problem I'm facing, what is it coming to teach me? You won't just see it as a problem. What is it coming to teach me? Adaptability. Some of us, we're still with the way we, Olaika was telling me that she got Hello Ibadan to do business for her, to help her promote her business. And the customers she's getting, she sells fish. Oh. She's getting customers from Abuja, from Lokoja. And she's in Ibadan. Because they're not just thinking, oh, I want to sell to the Ibadan people alone. If the people in Alalubosa will just buy from me because I'm in Alalubosa, we have to be adaptable. What can we do to make our business different? What can we apply? I see 110 Academy. Every time I'm on Instagram, there's something 110 Academic Suite is doing. There's some kind of promotion, there's some kind of challenge. They're always in your face. They're always in your face. So it is no longer one-on-one marketing. I know somebody, I know somebody. It is social media. It is use of technology. Mr. Edward, I'm always seeing his billboard, strategic places. You see it. So when you are thinking what he's doing, you think of him first. What are we doing? Instead of us complaining, we need to be adaptable to the changing market. We need to be creative. Let's think outside the box. Let us not just say, "Ẹ̀wá bá mi ra nǹkan tí mò ń tà o, ẹ̀wá bá mi ra nǹkan tí mò ń tà o," like a lot of people say. Be creative about even your marketing. There was one I watched. Somebody threw, was it Chivita, at one of the girl that was at the fridge. And then she said, "You thought the Chivita was going to hit me." I want to hear what she's going to say eventually. So you have to do things that would hold people's attention. Not just, "I sell brocade, come and buy, it's fine." Some people, there was another that I saw on Instagram. The girl said, if you are one of those people that does not like ashwebi, this is the things you wear to stand out. And I'm like, okay, I don't like ashwebi. Okay, maybe, you have to be creative with your marketing, with whatever it is that you're doing. Don't do it the old way. But one, if you are doing it the same way and you expect a different result, it is madness. So they're changing times. We need to change with the times. How to cultivate a good mindset, embrace challenges. When they come, don't despair. Don't say, "Ha, mutidaron bhai." Ask yourself, what can I do with this challenge that will make me better? How can I learn from it? You know, learn from your failures. I did it this way, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Albert Einstein, if he had given up after the 999 times, maybe we won't have light. Maybe somebody else would have done it. But he just kept saying, "I found 999 ways that it did not work." He didn't say, "I found 999 ways that I failed." We need to embrace failure and know that it is stepping stones in our journey to success. It is not opposite of success. It is part of success. Do you know Michael Jordan in his lifetime? They gave him, was it 749 throws, winning throws? Do you know how many he made? 174. And he's the greatest of all time. She 174 over 700 and here or she failed. But we did not remember all those 749 that they gave him. We only remember the 174 that he won. So you have to keep trying, even when you fail. They're not going to say, "Oh, this failure, oh, girl." You know, it is what will get us to where we want to go eventually. Seek feedback. Some people don't like feedback. I tell you that I got cake from you. It was a bit hard. You say, maybe it was because there was no light. Don't throw feedbacks away. Ask for feedbacks. Feedback is the food of champions. Champions feed on feedback because that is what is going to make you better. If you tell me what I did wrong, I will not do it again next time. And you are fortunate enough. There's some people, you know what they call good customers? People that they're not happy with you, they won't say anything, and they leave. 96% of the people that come to your business are good customers. It's only 3% that will tell you something. Those 3% are the ones keeping you in business. So you should ask. If they're not saying something, call them up. They came to your business, they bought something from you, send them a thank you. Next day, call them. Say, are you enjoying our product? Is there any feedback? Is there anything you want us to do to serve you better? And they will say, oh, okay, the water was not cold enough or something. Ask for feedback. Don't think of feedback as an attack. A lot of you think of it as an attack. Say that rice was too spicy. Akokin jatani. Emi tí ò jata, emi rẹpẹrẹ ni. We say that. Instead of us to say, okay, some people don't like pepper, so we're going to make it so peppery. We throw it off. Huh? Emi tí ò jata. Oh, God. Visualize success. How would it feel to be a generous billionaire? Hey, the people that were at the seminar in December, when Dr. Olamitoye was talking about that generosity list, I don't know about you. So I went to the bank. When I got back in January, I had my list of people that have impacted my life. Some of my housekeepers that are widows, my washwoman that her husband died, my teachers in secondary school, 25 names. And I called them, got their account numbers. That feeling when they got that money, you cannot quantify it. Forget it. There's no money you spend. There will be like the money when you are blessing people. And when my teachers were calling me, I was going on my knees on the phone for their prayers. One of them is 85 years old. That man called me, said, Allah no me, and he started singing. I told them, I said, to buy bread, but your credit. It's just my token of love to say that I appreciated you, the part you took in my life. You have to do that generosity list. If you don't do anything else this year, do that. As I'm speaking now, I have goosebumps all over my body from the way I felt when they were calling me. What you think is small is a lot to a lot of people. People are going through a lot. So any which way where you can help. That money could be lunch money, Ibadan money for a month. Could be something, just start. If it's 2,000 naira you can afford, fine. If it's 5,000, fine. Just make sure it is consistent. And the opportunities that will open up, the blessings that will come. Visualize how it is when you have that money. How would it make you feel? Just think of yourself walking towards your private jet. With humility, or like Dr. Abib, not with arrogance. Because if you don't take anything from him, you should take that. That's humility. My father says it all the time. It is a special thing you must pray for. Humility. Because as you get As you come, you have money. And then people say, there's a tendency your head will swell. Bring it back. One thing he told me, he said he cannot not but be humble because he knows where he started from. It's not even ground zero, he was underground. A house that had no toilet. So, but he had to keep reminding himself, you know where you started from. Don't go around of kakai because there's a tendency. So visualize what it will be like if you can travel every month, every single month. You're a bit stressed. Well, look, I'm going to get back for the weekend, Jerry. I'll go on Thursday, come back Monday. We'll come and face the problem again. And then you just take your passport and you're gone. You're not thinking, ticket is 1,000, 1,000,000. Can you go? Visualize that success. Visualize your daughter asking you, Daddy, my friends and I, we're planning to go to wherever. We need 5 million. You say, okay. And you transfer. You're not racking your brain. Visualize the people you can help, the scholarship you can give to the less privileged. Visualize you starting a startup fund for graduates. People from less privileged backgrounds, they just finished school. They have ideas, no money. And you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to mentor you. I'm going to handhold you. I'm going to give you your startup fund. You're going to be accountable for me every month. Visualize the good we can do. How much money can we spend, self? If you have all that money, for what? If I come to this stage now and I wear two different kinds of shoes, you'll be like, that woman is going mad. Oh. Abby, I cannot wear 10 wristwatches now. So the money we are making is not for us. It's for the blessings that we can become in the society, to the people that knows us, to our family members, to our community, to our teachers in school, to the less privileged. There's some people, there's no way you can tell them about reading. They will not read. The poor will always be amongst us, but we can make their life easier. Visualize what you can do. There was one, I think it was TV show that I was watching, and somebody said, "Oh, Oprah, so what do you like to do? How do you give yourself a treat?" She said, there's somewhere that they sell donuts in New York. So when I just feel like taking donuts, I just take my private jet and I fly to go and buy donuts. And I'm like, oh God, there are levels to these things, oh. Private jet to go and buy donuts. Like Otedola and his daughter went to Italy to go and make gelato. And the poor people were saying, they waste money. The foundation that they have. The lives that they bless. What is gelato? What is fuel to those people? It's small now. That's fuel money that you're thinking should be like $1 million. To him, it's like 10,000 naira in your pocket. There are levels to these things. When I talk 10 million, to some people is 1,000, 100 naira. So don't attack what you want to attract. This woman, what does she know? She's just making money with this seminar she's doing. She does not know anything. Don't attack what you want to attract. You like it, desire it, wish it, visualize yourself in their shoes. What would it feel like? I told you guys the day Dr. Abi said I travel every 6 weeks. I asked myself, what would it feel like to travel every 6 weeks? I know the feeling. Yes, I'm experiencing that, and it's a good feeling. In fact, I was telling my daughter in December, I said, if you don't go out of Nigeria, how do you think clearly? You should be thinking like that. You want a new idea for your business. I'm like, let me go to South Africa for the weekend. Just go and chill. Visualize it. Because the best of ideas I have, I always have them when I'm away. Nigeria is a toxic place to be continuously. So visualize you having that money. Telling your wife, something, sweetheart, you should go to week. Let's just go. Let's go to Italy for a week. Oh yeah, come on, let's go. Just pack your things. There's no need for anything. Visualize it. You should just be smiling. Women like Ibadan, Abby. Like Ibadan. We like Igbadu. Oh. Don't let anybody deceive you. Oh. We're just tolerating you, waiting for you to be successful. Oh. Abi, Mr. Akomu, baby Solada. I say my fresh sister. Everybody likes Igbadu now. Visualize that success. Because you know that last seminar, Dr. Habib said, feeling is the secret. That may be the reason why we're not getting what we want. Is we're not feeling it. How would it feel like? We think too much, we feel too little. You need to think less and feel more. Do we understand? If you didn't get anything from that December seminar, get that one. Feel it. You know, some people walk into the room and you're like, who is that person? Because that confidence. There was one party I went for and somebody walked in and I said, who is that man? Said, that's my brother-in-law. I said, how can he walk into the room as if he owns the whole place? You know, some people will just walk in. Big Penida. You know that kind of thing. Yes, so. And I had to ask her. She said he went to finishing school. I said, I'm going to go to finishing school. To be able to hold a room like that. You know, some people just walk in with so much confidence. As if they own the whole world. It's not arrogance. Oh. Because some people say, oh, it's puffy, oh, puff kaka. It's not puff kaka. When you have money in your pockets, there's a different way you walk. You walk with your head up. You won't be walking like this. When you're walking like this, dejected, it's because you are broke. Am I lying? The mind is everything you want. You, you think, you become. What you think, you become. Your mind is like a garden. What you grow on it is what develops. What you think about, what you talk about, what you feel about, you bring about. You have to keep talking about your goals and dreams. You have to keep writing it. You have to keep thinking about it. You have to keep feeling about it so you can bring it to pass. Visualize your goals. Do your savers. Write your affirmation. I am a generous billionaire. Abi, I am an example of longevity, vitality, prosperity, and benevolence. I am an amazing husband to my wife. I am a fantastic father to my children. I am. God's name is I am. Abi, anything you put after I am is a blessing. I am. Have a vision board. Get pictures of that jet, the private jet, of the house, of everything, your family and holiday, you and your children in Italy. Maybe you should take Otedola's picture and his daughter eating gelato and put it on your vision board. You know, have a vision board. You have to visualize it. The power of spoken words, the power of visualization, the power of written words are the most powerful things on the planet. Write inscription, you in 1 week, you in 1 month, you in 6 months, you at the end of the year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years. Write it down, make it clear. Don't think about it. They've said 60,000 thoughts go through our mind daily. The one you take action on is the one you write down. Write it down. Always have a notebook, your idea book, your vision book. You think about something, write it down. And then walk towards it. Put action behind your faith. That girl was looking for money for what's it called, her project, but she put action behind her faith. She just wasn't looking for money. A lot of us will just be writing affirmation, and that's affirmation does not work. You are not working. If you don't work, affirmation will not work. Abi, it won't work. Affirmations are just words. What gives it power is what you do. Affirmation works magic. I know that personally. But you have to put in the work. Add feelings. When you're thinking of, you're letting your goals, be smiling, be happy, be joyful, be grateful. mo dúpẹ́ Olúwa o. As if you already have it. Because you have already have it. You already have it. It's just waiting to manifest. You have it already. Whatever you think about, you have it. But when you're just feeling, you just be smiling, you just be happy. You be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. He who is not grateful is a grateful. Be grateful. Focus on what is going on right. Focus on those little things every day. Don't be thinking of the big, big things. Sebastian, when I get there. On that journey of life, be grateful. When you open your window in the morning, say, thank you, Lord, for the fresh air, for the birds that are singing, for the wind that is blowing, for my sight, that I have hands to even open window. Be grateful. Some people always tell me that I talk about gratitude too much. Maybe me, because I know it works. It works. And be happy. Be happy. Be joyful. Have mood shifters. When you are feeling down in the dumps, ask yourself, what can I do right now to make myself feel better? And do it. It might be as simple as playing music and dancing. It might be as simple as taking yourself to a restaurant to eat or going to the movies to watch comedy. It could be anything. Have mood shifters. Don't wallow in your self-pity. Surround yourself with positive influence. 110. 110. Breathing. Oh, yeah, come now. Breed of billionaires. And women of integrity. Humble and hardworking. Prudence and perseverance. And commitment to charity. Making the world a better place, one billionaire at a time. Making the world a better place, one billionaire at a time. So, Otito. You don't know, you don't feel it. Making the world a better place, 1 billionaire at a time. Can you imagine the changes in the lives of people if we all do our generosity list? Do you know how many lives will change? By just doing that, everybody, gbogbo wa, ká kàn ṣe generosity list here. Everybody here today, 1 billionaire at a time. We are going to make the world better. Even that feeling, that positive influence is so key. Anne had an issue with something, and then she sent me a voice note, Auntie, this is how I want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't think you should do it like this, do it like this. And she said, I asked 3 people, and my circle of influence said what you said. Some people won't matter, danosi. Some people are firefighters. They will say, hey, Magba. And then a lot of us have people like that around you. Then be asking them for advice. Their head cannot be correct now. They're not coming to 110. Where they keep feeding us on ways to think clearly, to have better perspective of the way to move forward. So your circle of influence, it is so key. You cannot just let anybody be your friend. No. You are the CEO of your life. You can fire, hire, remove, do anything. Cut them off. Then walori, not physically, but remove them. Energy takers. Energy givers. Energy takers. You're focusing on your past. You don't sleep when you're supposed to sleep. You have mess and clutter. Your environment is a reflection of your mind. I hope you know. Your home space, your car space, your office space is a reflection of your mind. So if you have mess and clutter, it means you're not okay. Sedentary time, you're always sitting down. You don't do things, you don't move, you don't exercise. Social media. It's good, it's also bad. Some people are on social media. I was talking to my coach that there's an app that will tell you how long you were on your phone for. She said she downloaded it for her brother-in-law. The app told him he was on his phone for 13 hours. Me, 24. He was not asking him 13 hours. Were you making money? A lot of us, if we have that app, you'll be shocked how much social media wastes your time. It's okay if you are doing business on it. But if you're not, it is a huge distraction. There's a phone epidemic, and a lot of people are not aware. So we need to be overworking. Ashejushe, kodao. Dehydration, you're not drinking enough water. You'll be listless, your brain will be foggy, you'll be tired. Your organs will go to where is needing water and give you headache and give you constipation. It will take it. Screen time, always on the computer. That blue light on the phone. There's everything in moderation, please. Resentments. This person did something for me 2001. You're still holding on. You're killing yourself. Because resentment is like an acid. It is you that will burn. It's like drinking acid and wishing somebody else would die. It is you that will die. Negativity. You are thinking of all the bad things. You're always thinking of all the bad things in Nigeria. When there is plenty of light, you will not remember to be thankful. When NEPA takes light, that is what you focus on. You know, a lot of people, you don't know that people are negative. A lot of people are negative. So that is why you should shield yourself. Junk food, auntie. Some people is cooling, some people is bodily, some people it's just all sorts of nonsense. They will not eat well. You will not nourish your body. If you don't take care of your body will fail you. We know what our body needs for it to function well, and you're not giving it. It will fail you. The news, we all know now, bad news. It's always bad news. CNN is constantly negative news. Abemo, constant negative news, the CNN. Some of you feed on the news all the time. There was one day, I don't know, I went into my husband's room, I was watching TV, and I said, how do you sleep at night with all these things? How do you listen to this and feel good about going to bed? Especially close to your bedtime. I'll just be tossing and turning. Because Nkotoman on CNN is just bad news. It's nothing else. Alcohol, we all know, it has no benefits, none whatsoever. And Kaothar Agbaje, Oponu. That's what alcohol does. It loosens your tongue and makes you say the things you shouldn't say and makes you look despicable. People just be looking at you with pity. Because some people cannot hold it, some people cannot control it. Stress. Stress is like a rocking chair. It's in one place, it's not going anywhere. Just keeps moving. Don't let anything stress you. If there's a solution to it, why worry? If there's no solution to it, why worry? You know, don't let anything stress you. What you can do something about, do. What you can't do something about, leave. Simple as that. Fear. Eh? Fake appearing real. You are fearful. When you are fearful, your system is acidic. When your system is acidic, diseases will thrive. The same thing with stress. The same thing with alcohol. All these things make your system acidic. Energy givers, music. You know, you are dancing. You are happy. Nature. You see the green grass. You see the birds chirping. The air blowing. You see the trees. Light. Vitamin D. Light. Vitamin D. Positivity. Gratitude. Hydration. Meditation. Movement. Breath work. Breathing out. Relieve stress. Community. This. Decluttering, let go. Some of you, you have clothes that you've had for 20 years. You are still hoping you will fit into it. Declutter, make space. You know, life doesn't have a vacuum. It's when you let go of yesterday's garbage that you receive today's blessing. That shoe, you're still thinking if Kobla does it one kind, let it go. What it do? Declutter. Look at your wardrobe. Take out, I told myself, was part of half your clothes. You don't need too many clothes. If you have too many clothes, you'll be arranging. The day you do your wardrobe will take all day. The less you have, the better. I don't have anything in suitcases. Women do that. You have some of your clothes under the bed, over the wardrobe. No, everything I have, I can see. I don't have too many. We don't need it. So declutter, give it away, let it be a blessing. Making the world a better place, 1 millionaire at a time. That clothes I've been holding for 10 years, somebody might be able to wear it to work. Consistent sleep, 10 a.m., 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Consistent. Eh? Eating whole food, fruits, vegetables, unsalted nuts, miracle juice, juices, vegetable juices, salad. Don't eat too much okele all the time. Do more of the vegetable, do more of the ewedu, do more of the okra. Some people, the eba will be this, you need the soup will be this small. What we need more is the soup, not the eba. Drink water, live well. If you take care of your body won't fail you. Exercise, massage. Massage now. Who massages here? Let me see your hand up. If you do, see, a generous billionaire to want massage. Kí ló ń ṣàwọn people here? Come on. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa náwó yìí díẹ̀díẹ̀ now. Come on. Let's learn something new. Locate your positive influencer. Find fire lighters, mentors, role models, supportive peers. Fire lighters, not firefighters. That small ember, people that will make it bloom, not people that will piss on your fire. You can have mentors that are dead. Do you know? Yeah. Jim Rohn is a dead mentor. Zig Ziglar is a dead mentor. They're gone. But we listen to their words and they renew our minds. There's nothing different. It's the same thing. What they were talking about, what Napoleon Hill was talking about, 18 Kiniko, is still the same thing. Napoleon Hill is a dead mentor. Your mentors can be your books. It could be a physical person. You can have different mentors for different things. Somebody that can mentor you for business might not be able to mentor you for marriage. So have role models, people that I like Mrs. Adetunji. But I'm always seeing her. I don't want to move. She will just say, "Hmm." So because of that, you've never spoken to her. But you like her lifestyle. You like the way she is. You're shy. That shyness this year must die. Yes, so that shyness must go. It is lack of confidence that makes you shy. Walk up to people. I was at Martha's kitchen the other day, and there was a couple at the next table. Like one of my Gen Z, where is he? Peace took me to lunch at Martha's. And we're talking, and that girl came up to me and said, "I like your aura. Abi, peace. I want to know you." And she took my number. She said, "We just moved to Ibadan, but I like the way you talk. We're getting married. I just. And I was not talking to her. So you have people that you look up to, that your role models, that you think, oh, I like this person's aura. I like the way she carries herself. I like the way her children are behaved. I like her finances. She's always traveling. And she can bath. Mrs. Adetunji always together, brown on brown. You know? That kind of thing. You can move up to them, talk to them, be confident enough. Open your mouth this year. Ask for what you want. Maybe the reason why you're not getting it is you're not asking. Choose your company, attend seminars. Mama miss 110 of any. Pay for some seminars too. The one in your industry that will help you pay and go. Don't say it's just a bloody waste of time. What are they teaching me that I don't know? Do you notice that when Dr. Abib is in the seminar, anybody is talking, is writing? I look at him, I'm like, long call. Give him one song. Do you understand? He has a growth mindset. You might say something that he picks, and you're right. I'm like, sometimes he's sitting there and I'm like, long call, kill him or something. That kind of thing. So don't think there's nothing you cannot learn. Nobody, you see, if you have an open mind, everything can be your teacher. Everything can be, even a madman can be your teacher. So let us be open-minded. Let us not be a killer person. Some of us are like that. So what does she want to say that I don't know? I've not learned. I was telling Mrs. Adituji, I said, I did not come for that seminar. I was writing. She said, "Kile nko." Mo ní, you know, because I went to listen to it on YouTube and I was taking notes. So there's so much we would learn from if we have an open mind. Join a mastermind group. We've talked about it so many times here. Eh? Attend networking events. When you go, take your card. Don't say, let me give you my number. They will write it down. They will not even remember how they wrote it. And then when they need you, they cannot remember kilo poriko eno. Take your card. Always have an idea that you are going to market yourself anywhere you go. Be it restaurants, be anywhere. You are marketing. It doesn't have to be a marketing day. Every day is a marketing day. Do we understand? Some of us are here. We don't know what we are doing. Every seminar, walk up to 3 people. Just talk to them about what you're doing. Take massive action. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Yes. A lot of us are waiting to act. No, just start with what you have, with where you have, and move on. Conclusion. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Stop living it in your dreams. Dreams is what you work on when you wake up. It's not what you have when you are sleeping. Let us start living the life of our dream. Let us not just be talking about this massage. Let us not just be talking about this traveling. Let us just not be talking about this Ibadan. Going to go to Mata's kitchen. Go to Ibachi. Take yourself to lunch. Feel it. Feeling is the secret. You have to feel it to be able to live it. If all you can afford in Mata's kitchen is their smoothie, go there, sit down, drink smoothie, look around, feel luxurious. Don't just be in your dreams. We've learned so much here. We've been coming here for so long. Let it start showing in our lives. So people will walk to us and say, what are you doing? That seminar you're always going for, can you take me? I want to start going. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa fẹnu sọ. Nísìnyí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe massage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions, please? Peace. That was my lunch date at Martha's Kitchen. Ibedo. Give him a round of applause. Do we have any questions? Everything is self-explanatory, Abby. Let's put into action what we've learned. Thank you. That brings us to the end of the program.